Installing a new shower door system is easier than you think. Before starting, read the instruction manual for your Delta Classic 500 shower door system. Don't skip parts of the video, as you may miss key steps, and consult the manual for more information. Then, check that you have all the tools required for this install. Don't forget safety equipment like safety glasses, closed-toed shoes, and non-slip cut-resistant gloves. You'll also need 2 people for this install, so make sure to have someone else on hand. Next, you'll want to make sure that your shower door can fit in your enclosure. Measure the height, making sure the distance from sill to ceiling is over 73 inches for shower enclosures, 61 inches if you're installing into an enclosure with a tub. Then, check the width of your enclosure, first at the bottom, and then 6 feet up the wall. Most walls aren't perfect, so these measurements most likely will differ. As long as the difference is less than 3/8 of an inch, and both these measurements are within our 55 3/8 to 59 3/8 inch size requirements for our 60-inch door, or 43 3/8 to 47 3/8 inch size requirements for our 48-inch door, this door can be installed in your enclosure. If your enclosure has an acrylic surround, you'll need to check its wall height as well. This height needs to be more than 69 3/8 of an inch for shower enclosures, and 61 inches for tub enclosures. You'll also need to figure out if there's a stud near the front of your enclosure, as this is critical for an install. Once the center of the stud is found, mark its location at the bottom of the enclosure. The outer edge of the sill needs to be at least 1 1/2 inch away from this mark, and the inner edge needs to be at least 1 3/8 of an inch away from this mark. If after double checking, all these measurements match the requirements, the door can be installed in your enclosure. If you have any questions about these measurements, call or email us here. Each door comes with unique components that work as a system for the door to properly function. Make sure you have all the components listed in the instructions for this shower door system, and that they are installed properly, ensuring there are no stowaways hiding in pieces of packaging. It is also a good idea to tape over the drain as to not lose anything during the install. And be aware, there are 2 types of screw anchors that come with each shower door. One is used when installing into hollow acrylic parts of an enclosure, and a more standard tile anchor for the parts of the enclosure that are more solid, like tile or marble. Tile or marble surfaces should also be drilled with tile drill bits. Regular drill bits tend to crack tiles and should be avoided. Also, be very careful with each glass panel. The glass is tempered, which is stronger than normal glass, but not unbreakable. If hard materials, such as tile or metal, contact the glass, it could damage it and cause it to break. For this reason, please leave corner protectors on the glass until prompted to remove, and only place the glass on soft materials like cardboard or styrofoam when it is not on the shower door track. Lastly, this is important, when cutting the top track or dam strip, it is crucial that you are certain all measurements and marks are correct. A miscut track could completely ruin an install, and is key to a successful install. If at any point you have an issue, call this number, or email us here. To start off, we'll need to determine the best placement for your door. That ensures it sits flat on the sill, and the collar bracket screws go into the stud. About 6 feet up the wall, use a stud finder to mark the edges of the studs near the front of your enclosure. Repeat for both sides of the enclosure. Then on the flat portion of your sill, mark 1 1/4 inch from the outer and inner flat edges of your sill. With the holes near the top, place the collar guide within the measurement window and stud marks. Use a level to ensure it's vertical, and tape in place. Not all corners are perfect, and you may need to shape the guide with a metal file for the best fit. Some enclosures have a rounded corner at the bottom. You can use a coin or other round item to transfer the corner radius to the collar guide, shaping the guide with a metal file or tin snips for the best fit. With the guide taped in place, mark its outer edge on the sill and the hole locations on the wall. Your collar template may differ in height depending on whether you have a tub or shower door. For either, mark the top 2 holes with a pencil, then remove the template. Double check that the hole locations marked are within the vertical stud marks, as these lines denote the stud's location. Transfer the bottom guide mark to the other side of the enclosure by measuring its distance from the front of the sill. Place the guide at this mark, ensuring it's level before taping in place. Repeat the previous hole marking steps on this side of the enclosure. again ensuring the holes are within the vertical stud marks. Most shower enclosures are made from either tile or acrylic. If your wall is tile, avoid cracking your tile by using a tile drill bit to drill a 1/4 inch hole at each location. If the wall is acrylic, use a regular drill bit to drill a 1/8 inch pilot hole, followed by a 5/16 of an inch final hole at each location. Now insert the appropriate anchors into the previously drilled holes. For acrylic anchors, fold them up by pushing the center of the anchors in while squeezing the clips together before installing. Repeat these steps for the other side of the enclosure. Disassemble both top track collars. Place a collar bracket into position. Secure to the wall with 2 flathead screws, hand tightening until fully secure. Repeat these steps for the remaining collar bracket on the other side of the enclosure. Measure the distance between both wall brackets. Take this measurement and subtract 1/4 inch. Mark this calculated distance on the top rail with a pencil, tape, or other marking tool. Once marked, be sure to double-check the accuracy of this measurement and calculation. Using a miter box, cut the top rail with a fine-tooth saw at this mark. If needed, use a metal file to smooth rough edges. Now, remove the covers from both inside rollers and slide them onto the top rail. Then place the top collars over either end of the rail, oriented as shown. Hold the top rail in line with the wall brackets, and slide the collars back over the brackets. Using a hex wrench, hand tighten all set screws on the top collars until fully secure. Measure the distance between both side walls at the bottom of your enclosure. If your enclosure is rounded at the bottom, measure just above this radius. Take this measurement and subtract 7/8 of an inch. Mark this calculated distance on the dam strip with a pencil, tape, or other marking tool. Be sure to double check the accuracy of this measurement and calculation. Using a miter box, cut the dam strip with a fine-tooth saw at this mark. If needed, use a metal file to smooth rough edges and clean the dam strip of any metal shavings. Apply a thick bead of silicone to the channel on the underside of the dam strip. Then, place the dam strip 1¼ inch away from the collar guide mark made in section 1. Also, ensure the dam strip is the same distance from the front of the sill at both ends. And don't worry if there's a small gap between the dam strip and each sidewall, as this is normal and will be covered shortly. Temporarily tape the dam strip into place as it cures. Place clear silicone on the inside of the dam strip cap. Press the cap onto the dam strip and up against the wall. As before, you may need to shape the corner of the cap with a metal file for the best fit. If the corner is rounded, use a coin or other round item to transfer the corner radius to the cap before shaping. Repeat these steps with the other dam strip cap. Find the center of the dam strip by measuring the distance between the side walls and dividing it by 2. Using a pencil or other marking tool, mark this distance on the dam strip and sill. Place the center guide on the dam strip so it lines up with this mark. Mark the screw hole and remove the guide. If the sill is tile, avoid cracking your tile by using a tile drill bit to drill a 1/4 inch hole at this location. If the sill is acrylic, use a regular drill bit to drill a 1/8 inch pilot hole, followed by a 5/16 of an inch final hole at this location. Now insert the appropriate anchor into the previously drilled hole. For acrylic anchors, fold them up by pushing the center of the anchor in while squeezing the clips together before installing. Add clear silicone to the bottom of the center guide. Place the center guide back onto the sill, aligning it with the hole. You can use a drill to get the shorter flathead screw started, but it should be hand tightened with a screwdriver to fully secure. Add clear silicone to the underside of the screw cap before installing it into the center guide. Take the inner glass panel out of the box and lay it down on a soft material that lifts it off the ground a few inches, such as the cardboard and styrofoam that come with your door. You can tell the panels apart by the height of the holes at the top of the glass. This door is designed to have the inner door on the left or right side of the enclosure, depending on how it is installed. We recommend installing the inner door on the same side as your shower head for optimal water retention. To do so, stand at the bottom of your glass panel and ensure the handle holes are on the opposite side of the shower head. If the shower head is on the left, the handle holes should be on the right. If the shower head is on the right, the handle holes should be on the left. Inspect the glass for any damage, such as chips or scratches that could have occurred in transit. If any damage is found, do not attempt to return this panel to the seller. Instead, call this number for a replacement panel. We can help you. As mentioned before, the glass is strong but not unbreakable and should be handled with care. Uncovered glass should not encounter hard surfaces like tile or metal, and corner protectors should be left on the glass until prompted to remove. Remove the stickers from the bottom 2 corner protectors, but leave the protectors on the glass. Place the glazing channel on the bottom edge of the glass over the corner protectors, with a ½ inch of space from either edge of the glass. Ensure the diverter blade faces up. If the glazing channel seems loose, feel free to add clear silicone to better adhere it to the glass. Next, move the inside rollers to the center of the track. Unscrew the roller nuts and adjustment bushings from both inside rollers, using the multi-tool that comes with your shower door, ensuring to leave the plastic gasket on the roller to protect the glass. Take the adjustment bushings and place them into the roller holes. With the hexagon side facing up, tape the bushings in place. These components are very important. If the metal roller contacts the glass, it could damage the glass and lead it to break. With the help of someone else, carefully maneuver the glass panel into the shower enclosure. With the diverter blade facing into the enclosure, place the bottom edge into the innermost slot of the center guide, as you align the bushing holes with the rollers. Again, ensure the plastic gaskets are still on the roller, as these components protect the glass and are very important. After the roller bolts are threaded through, reinstall the roller nut, using the multi-tool to hand tighten both roller nuts until fully secure. Take the remaining glass panel out of the box and lay it down on a soft material that lifts it off the ground a few inches, such as the cardboard or styrofoam that comes with your door. Again, stand at the bottom of the glass panel and ensure the handle holes are on the opposite side of the shower head. If the shower head is on the left, the handle holes should be on the right. If the shower head is on the right, the handle holes should be on the left. Inspect the glass for any damage, such as chips or scratches that could have occurred in transit. If damage is found, do not attempt to return the panel to the seller. Instead, call this number for a replacement panel. We can help you. As mentioned before, the glass is strong but not unbreakable and should be handled with care. Uncovered glass should not encounter hard surfaces like tile or metal, and corner protectors should be left on the glass until prompted to remove. Remove the stickers from the bottom 2 corner protectors, but leave the protectors on the glass. Place the glazing channel on the bottom edge of the glass over the corner protectors, with a ½ inch of space from either edge of the glass, ensuring the diverter blade faces down. If the glazing channel seems loose, feel free to add clear silicone to better adhere it to the glass. Next, disassemble the outside rollers using the multi-tool that comes with your shower door, ensuring to leave the plastic gaskets on the roller to protect the glass. Take the adjustment bushings and place them into the roller holes. With the hexagon side facing up, tape the bushings in place. These components are very important. If the metal roller contacts the glass, it could damage the glass and lead it to break. With the help of someone else, carefully maneuver the bottom of the glass panel into the outermost slot of the center guide, with the diverter blade facing into the enclosure. Hold it in place while someone adds an outer roller onto the top track. To ensure the door doesn't come off the track while in use, the rollers need to be added at an angle to allow the anti-jump key to hook into the top track. Once placed, align the roller with one of the bushing holes and thread the roller bolt through. Again, ensure the plastic gaskets are still on the roller, as these components protect the glass and are very important. Reinstall the roller nut to hold the panel in place. While someone continues to support the glass, repeat these steps to install the other roller. Remember to ensure the anti-jump key hooks into the top rail. Now, use a multi-tool to hand tighten both roller nuts until fully secure. In the direction of the handle holes, carefully bring both doors close to the wall and see how they align when closed. If an adjustment of a door is needed, loosen both roller bolts but do not remove. Using the other multi-tool, raise or lower either side of the glass panel until the door aligns with the wall. Once aligned, hand tighten each roller bolt until fully secure, and replace screw covers. Carefully move a door away from the wall and remove the 2 corner protectors nearest the wall. Press a wall jamb onto this edge of the panel. The jambs should align with the top and rest on the sill. Then carefully use the door to press the wall jamb against the wall, and mark its outer edge at the top and bottom of the enclosure. Again, you may need to shape the corner of the wall jamb with a metal file for the best fit. If the corner is rounded, use a coin or other round objects to transfer the corner radius onto the wall jamb before shaping. Open the door and remove the wall jamb from the glass panel. Place the wall jamb back on the wall, aligning it with the marks before taping it into place. Mark the 6 holes and remove the wall jamb. If the wall is tile, avoid cracking your tile by using a tile drill bit to drill a 1/4 inch hole at each location. If the wall is acrylic, use a regular drill bit to drill a 1/8 inch pilot hole, followed by a 5/16 of an inch final hole at each location. Now, insert the appropriate anchors into the previously drilled holes. For acrylic anchors, fold them up by pushing the center of the anchor in while squeezing the clips together. Then insert the anchors into the drilled holes. Next, place screw collars on 6 panhead screws, oriented as shown. Do not skip, as these collars keep the metal screws from contacting the glass, which could lead it to break. With collars in place, replace the wall jamb and install the screws, hand tightening with the screwdriver until fully secure. Repeat these steps with the other wall jamb. Depending on the orientation of your door, how you trim the blade seals will differ slightly. To get things oriented correctly, hold a blade seal up to the exposed edge of the outer door, with the blade of the seal facing into the enclosure. Cut only this blade 4 3/4 of an inch from the top, and 5/8 of an inch from the bottom of the seal. Remove the last corner protector from the outer door and install the seal with this same orientation. Repeat these steps with the other blade seal on the inner door. Disassemble both sets of handles. Reassemble the handles onto the doors, ensuring the raised side of the gaskets are installed facing into the holes of the glass. These components are very important. If the metal handle contacts the glass, it could damage the glass and lead it to break. From inside your enclosure, use a screwdriver to hand tighten the handle screws until fully secured. Then add screw covers. Use clear silicone between the door and the enclosure to seal along the inside edges of the top collars, side jambs, dam strip, and center guide. Lastly, there is important safety and usage information on the glass shower door sticker. Only the door's user or owner should remove this sticker, as they need to be allowed to read this information. And there you have it, a brand new shower door system to completely revamp your bathroom. If you still have any questions, contact us here.